Hello, and welcome to the Learn English in Real Life channel. Today, we're going to talk about how to remember everything you read. You finish an incredible book, any life-changing one, and you're excited. A week later, someone asks, "What was it about?" Suddenly, nothing. The mind is blank. All those hours feel wasted. It starts to feel like reading is just expensive entertainment. Most people think, "I must have a terrible memory." The truth is much simpler. The memory isn't broken. The reading method is. Forgetting 90% of a book isn't a personal flaw. It's the completely normal result of reading passively, the way schools taught us. Anyone can remember 80% or more of a non-fiction book and actually use the ideas in conversations, work, and writing. Let's get started with 7 strategies to help you remember everything you read. Use even 3 or 4 of them, and you will never again close a book thinking, "I won't remember any of this in a month." The first strategy is to pay full attention. You cannot remember something you never really noticed in the first place. Most forgetting happens because the phone buzzes, music plays with lyrics, or the mind wanders to tomorrow's to-do list, while the eyes just move across the page. 2 easy tricks fix this instantly. 1. Remove every distraction. Before you start reading, put the phone in another room, close all tabs. Use lyric-free music or complete silence. Sit in a place where nobody will interrupt you for the next 20 to 30 minutes. 2. While reading, keep one question in mind. How can I use this idea in my own life? This question forces the brain to stay active and hunt for valuable parts instead of passively scanning. Do only these 2 things, and your attention will become 10 times stronger. When attention is strong, memory takes care of itself. The second strategy is to imagine what you read like a movie. Have you ever finished a great book and then realized you can't remember much about it? As you read, imagine the story like a movie playing in your head. Picture the people, places, and actions as if you are watching them on a big screen. You don't need to see every detail, just the main ideas. Why does this work? Our brains remember pictures much better than plain words. Visual images stick longer than abstract ideas. By turning the words into a movie memory, you make the information easier to recall later. This method won't help you remember every word, but it gives you a much better chance to keep the important parts in your mind for a long time. The third strategy is to handwrite the ideas. Most of what you read disappears from memory within days, but when you write something down by hand, a big part of it stays with you forever. Handwriting beats typing for long-term memory. Why? When you type, you can copy every word without thinking. When you write by hand, you have to choose only the most important words and put them in your own way. This forces you to understand, simplify, and connect the idea to what you already know. Keep a small notebook or a few index cards beside you while reading. The moment you meet an interesting idea, sentence, or example, pause and write it down in your own words. You don't even have to read the notes again later. The simple act of handwriting already moves the information from short-term to long-term memory. Do this for every book, and you'll be amazed how much more you actually remember and can use. The fourth strategy is to treat the book like a conversation. The best readers don't just move their eyes across the page. They talk to the book, argue with it, and make it theirs. Underline or highlight the sentences that feel important, surprising, or useful. Write short reactions right on the page. After finishing the book, flip through it once more and stick small sticky notes or page flags on the most valuable passages. Yes, writing in books feels strange at first. Many people think it ruins the book. Actually, the opposite is true. Leaving a book perfectly clean is the real waste. A book costs $15 to $30. The ideas inside can change your life forever. Mark it up without mercy. The goal is to get every drop of value out of it. When you open that marked-up book, months or years later, one glance at your notes and highlights brings everything back instantly. The book becomes a personal knowledge base instead of a foggy memory. The fifth strategy is to use what you read. Highlighting and note-taking feel good, but by themselves, they do almost nothing for long-term memory. Their only real job is to mark what you should come back to later. Real memory is created when you actually apply the ideas. Read a book about health? Change one meal, one workout, or one sleep habit this week? Read a business book? Try one small tactic at work tomorrow. Read a psychology book? Use one new idea in the next conversation you have. The brain keeps what it uses and quietly deletes what it never touches. If you finish a book and nothing in your daily life changes, even a tiny thing, most of the book will vanish from your mind within weeks. If you put even one or two ideas into action, those parts become impossible to forget. Action is the glue that makes knowledge stick forever. The sixth strategy is to teach what you've read to someone else. Imagine a bucket with a big hole in the bottom. You keep pouring water in, but 90% leaks out immediately. Most people just keep pouring faster. Smart people fix the hole. The biggest hole in learning is never using the information. Teaching forces you to put the idea into your own, simpler words. Find real-life examples. Answer questions and clear up confusion. All of this rebuilds the concept inside your brain, much stronger than reading ever can. As soon as you finish a chapter or hit a powerful idea, teach it to someone, a friend, family member, colleague, or even explain it out loud to yourself, in the mirror, or record a short voice note. 2 minutes of teaching beats 2 hours of silent reading for long-term memory. It's that simple and that powerful. The final and most important strategy is to review what you read. Almost everyone forgets most of a book within the first 24 hours. This is normal and has a name: the forgetting curve. You finish a chapter, everything feels clear, and you think, "I've got it." In reality, without quick review, 90% disappears fast. The only proven way to move knowledge from short-term to long-term memory is spaced repetition, reviewing the material at growing intervals. The simplest and most effective system is called the Rule of 5. Review the key ideas 5 times on the same day you read them. Review once a day for the next 5 days. Review once a week for the next 5 weeks. After that short effort, the information is locked in for years, often for life. Do this for every important book, and you'll finish the year with a brain full of powerful, usable ideas, instead of a shelf full of, "I think it was good, but I don't remember what it said." All right, we've talked about all 7 strategies, and if you remember even a few of them, your reading will become more powerful and more meaningful. And don't forget, these strategies aren't only for books. They also help you learn English faster, remember new vocabulary better, and stay more focused whenever you study. So try them, use them, and see the difference for yourself. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. It really helps me keep going and make better content for you. Stay motivated, keep growing, and I'll be with you again in the next episode. Bye for now.